Well, have you considered that matching energy, not being afraid to say what's wrong when it needs to be said, is not necessarily aggression, but it's a form of power and being assertive. Great grandmother, she still got her way without having to be loud. Sometimes all it took was a look. That is a form of assertiveness. That is a form of do not cross this boundary. And there are a lot of women who cannot do that. And that actually impedes their men in many ways. They don't
But
have an under. So I think that's. I
that's
don't think.
that's
I don't think it's an aggression. I think it's a quiet assertiveness.
that's not going toe to toe though.
So
Going toe to toe, and you have to consider that when saying that you're speaking to men, that may be something different amongst women, and I think this is another issue that men and women have in general, is that women only think that men are supposed to understand and talk and women talk, when it's like, no, men speak and men talk, and they can understand women talk and talk to women in that form. But when you say that she's going toe to toe with a man, going toe to toe is us boxing.
yeah.
This is us in a combative position if we're toe to toe.
Mhm.
So if a woman is going to be a woman and use her feminine essence and coming across and handling a conflict, that's not by going toe to toe with him. That's
Mhm.
by understanding her presence and who she is. Because I go toe to toe with men. I don't go toe to toe with women. So
Yeah.
in no way, shape, and form, at no point in time, should that even be a conversation or even a consideration or a show of strength. Because now that then goes back to the conversation earlier of where men feel like I'm dating another hard leg, like he said. I'm dealing with another hard leg because I gotta go toe to toe with my woman. That makes no sense.
Let
This
me let me use
was a
another word real quick
Hold on, my man.
because
My man, hold on. My man, hold on. My man, hold on. DJ, are you there? Because Jay, I want to let DJ go.
Yeah, I just wanted to respond to something straight like that said earlier. Um, and personally, I've been in the industry for a very long time, since I was a kid, in California, and I'm now in Atlanta, Georgia. And I say industry as in, I'm a real big corporate DJ, but I'm a big, huge songwriter. And I've seen a lot of Black women um, want to say something and they don't, to protect their image. So the white women just are more prone to running their mouth immediately for money. But the Black women is equal. They just protect their pride and their image. So it's not a black or white thing.
Right on, sister. Right on. So, Aisha.
Aisha, that's my name too.
Oh, hey, girl.
Hey,
Right on.
boo.
Right on. I
So,
know
what
that's
I
right.
would like to say is I think that this aggression that you guys seem to think that I'm speaking of is just really Black women culture, how we speak, how we say our words. Like it has been turned into this, how just because we have a sister girl attitude, or because I work in corporate America, I've done it for years, and like she said, a lot of times I don't say a word, right? Because I fear that image. One of my best friends, she's literally getting a PhD, right, at an Ivy League school, and she wrote me a message today and said she has literally cried and had to bite her tongue in so many instances because of the way that the white women are, the way they treat us, the level of disrespect. You know what I mean? So these women that you guys speak of, I feel like I always say that like it's a flawed. Like y'all take one image, it's kind of like Hollywood, and it somehow becomes the representative for all Black women. We're not walking around here cussing y'all out, but I'm going to speak my piece. I'm going to say what needs to be said. I'm not going to allow anyone to disrespect me, walk over me, mistreat me. I'm going to stand on it. White women do too. Y'all just ignore that. I've worked with these women. They've undermined me. They've done all kinds of things to me in my face. No problem. But y'all somehow revert to them and are submissive to a white woman versus the woman that gave birth to you. It's highly confusing. It's giving weird. And Hank, you was like, oh, my grandmother didn't act this way. Da, da, da. I don't know what way you're speaking of, but Black women, we aren't a monolith. We come in different shades. If you don't like Black women that are strong, loud, independent, boisterous, ghetto, just don't associate yourself with them. You don't have to talk down on them or try to change them because, believe it or not, they're part of our culture. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, right? That's why you see them on your TV screens. That's why you have your sexy reds and all of this stuff, because it is genuinely a part of who you are. And as I grow, I learn to love people for who they are and for not who I think they should be. I'm not finna talk down on any person. And I just feel like night after night, you guys get on this panel and y'all talk so down on women. Even Hank, you was like, well, two women set him up or whatever happened. He put himself in that position. That's the way I'm gonna look at it. He a man and he made the wrong choice by choosing her. Like y'all tell us, why you choose wrong? He chose wrong. Let's leave it at that.
Well, if I can add to what Aisha said, because I appreciate what you said. The one thing I think that sometimes, unfortunately, does not get highlighted is that men are speaking because we deal with women as men. And so sometimes the perception is like what you said, Aisha, you work with these women, but you work with these women as a woman. You're not facilitating your life and engaging with women as a man. And it is a very different experience. At the same time, I agree that all of these archetypes of personalities exist within the culture. What has happened, though, and I haven't been alive that long, but I've been alive long enough to see the shift. There used to be a decorum about Black women, a classiness about Black women, overwhelmingly, actually, to the point to where they set the standard for it. Now it's in adverse. What you see now is the boisterousness, the loudness, the I gotta say my piece. No one's ever said you couldn't, but there's a way to do everything. And I think that shifted, and it has not always been that way. And I'll land there.
Don't forget ghetto. She said ghetto too. It was what's interesting is Aisha, you just got up here and said that we get on here and talk down on Black women, but just a couple weeks ago when we were discussing the statue, you talked down about that, and that was a Black woman.
That wasn't an FBI. That was somebody from London or something.
It doesn't matter if it was a FBA, a NDA, a GCA, a GDN. It don't matter what. It don't matter what it was. At the end of the day,
a representative.
It doesn't matter.
Black women, because they were. It was like making fun of a joke.
It's not making fun of a joke.
If you're out of shape, I'm going to tell you you're out of shape. I'm not going to prize you for that. I didn't grow up in that. I gained a couple pounds when I walked through the door. My family gonna be like, God, we don't. No, that's not a good representation. They could have put anybody up, and they chose that, and I didn't like it. It was a fat, ugly statue, and that's just how I felt.
That's you talking down and degrading Black women, because there's plenty.
Black women. I'm talking down on a statue that is a misrepresentation of Black women. Please,
it's not a misrepresentation. It's a actual
misrepresentation of Black women.
There's plenty.
Came up with it.
There was a woman that went and took a video of herself, a couple of them, that look just like it.
They shouldn't be fake.
I said,
on diets. Like,
I'm
not going to like that. I'm sorry.
All right, you can feel however you want. I'm just expressing how I'm just addressing it.
I don't want to see a statue of that.
Okay, you done?
Are you?
All right. No, I'm not. That's why I was trying to talk.
Like, so you see this and you say this is okay? You think this is okay? That's just her getting a point across.
I do think it's okay because
okay, I get you.
I do think it's okay because I think the sister is trying to
Let's hint. Okay, I'm gonna address you in a second because I already know your type. But
it's H-I-N-K. It's
all right, that's fine.
H-I-N-K.
I
No, you
apologize.
gotta say my name right. Don't say it at all.
That's
Then.
fine.
Say my
Okay,
name,
I'm
brother.
sorry. All right, my son. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you, sir.
But I know your type. But I think sorry, sister. Is it Aisha? Aisha, right? That's my cousin name. I think she's valid to give her opinion. I don't think she's being aggressive. I don't think she's being combative. I think she's having a conversation with the young man. Also, I would also say,
I was having a conversation if I can't even get out what I was finished. I wasn't even able to finish what I was saying.
You've been talking for 2 hours straight.
And look, now she's still talking.
Yes,
I haven't been talking for 2 hours straight. I just
said it's not being aggressive. That's not being aggressive over here. That's what he said.
yeah, that's not. She's not being.
30 minutes ago.